Hey guys, Pai here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I have this new shortcut buttons that is programmable and looks like a little Cybertruck shape too. So the package comes with 5 buttons and you can use your phone as the instrument cluster display with this package too. It's wirelessly connected to your car and send the signal to the buttons and the phone. So in today's video, I'll show you what comes in the box and then a quick, real easy installation on this product. Should take less than 5 to 10 minutes to install, and then we'll test it out and see how it works with my Tesla Model 3. Now let's go. To see what comes in the box of these new wireless shortcut buttons with adapter, and you can also use it as the instrument cluster display with your phone. So it came with 5 programmable buttons here and the wireless box. So in the box came with this 26-pin OBD port adapter, so you will connect this part to the wireless box. So the box will wirelessly communicate with all these 5 buttons, and you can program all of these buttons to be different shortcuts in your car with the app. Here's a closer look of the button itself. It has this pretty cool Cybertruck-like design to the buttons. I think I like the design, not just because it looks like Cybertruck, because it looks like actual buttons compared to a few other different wireless programmable buttons out there. And all of the 5 buttons has different label on it. So this one has like a planet, and this one has R, S, T, and A. So this way, when you program the button on the app, so you know exactly which button does what. And when you click the button, so it has this built-in battery. I assume it would last quite some time, because what it does is just, you know, press and then send the signal to the car. I'm not sure you can see it. It has that red lights when it's activated, and it has this texture on the button itself too, with metallic color around the button. You can just scan the QR code in the back to download the app. So far they told me that the app only works with Apple phone, not quite for Android just yet. And it came with the extra 3M stickers or the double-sided tape, just like so. So let's say if you want to remove or change the location, you can use the new tape, and also plastic removal tool. There's an optional wireless charging base. This will attach to your steering wheel column, so you can have your phone charge and display on top of the steering wheel column with the information from the car, so your phone becomes the instrument cluster display for your car too. So you can select this as an optional add-on for this product. Now you saw everything that came in the box. Let me show you where you can get these new wireless buttons for Tesla Model 3 and Model Y. You can get these new programmable wireless buttons from TLYARD or TLYARD.com, and there are many options to choose from. Make sure you select the right one for your car. They also have one for the new Model 3 Highlands too. I believe the 2023 Model Y would be the same as 2024 Model Y models, so nothing different there, and the standard range car on the Model Y would have different ports, so make sure you select the right one for your car. And there are two different shape and designs to the button. So there's planet, which is like circle, and the Cybertruck shape. I kind of like the Cybertruck shape, looks so much better. And you can also get one with the charging base or without the charging base. If you are interested, you can use my special discount code TC for 25% extra discount, and this is the price after the discount. This is the price without the charging base. With the charging base would be about $25 to $30 more, but you don't need that. This is how much it is. Really good and affordable price. Right now, let's go and install it in my Tesla Model 3. Let's start with the installation. So first thing first, you have to remove the bottom panel. Sits in the rear center console, right underneath the air vent in the back of your car. This panel right here. So there's no screw at all. Just use one of these included trim removal tool, and then just ply it out. It's like so, and then pull it outside. I have done this so many times. If it's your first time, it might be a little tough to try to apply it out. Just do little by little around the panel, and then eventually it will just come out, and let's pull it out. As you can see here, this is the blue OBD port. We will have to access this one, but before you unplug it, I would highly recommend to turn off the car first. You just go to the main menu and then safety, and then scroll all the way down, and then power off. There you go. Now we are saved to unplug this blue OBD plug in the back here. As you can see, there's a little clip here. Just press and then pull. Then we'll just come out, and we'll use the adapter that came in the package. Now just insert the adapter into the blue OBD plug, and then plug in the blue, you can see the original from the car, into the one that we got from T-Lart for all those buttons, you can see here. And then just try to manage the cable, and then just put the box on the bottom, put it together, and put the panel back. I have a rear display, as you can see, this rear display right here, which also needs to connect to that OBD port. So what I usually do is just connect the two together. Since both of them are the pass-through, you can either plug this one in first, or the one for the display in first. So I just unplug the one from the car and plug the one from the display to the one for the buttons, and then just plug the one from the car. It's a little tricky to do. You have more than one, as you can see right there, and back in. My car has this Model 3 2021 Model 3 long range, has a little storage area here, as you can see that right there. So I just try to manage all the cable and put the box into that area, and then put the cover back on. Pretty much it. Now this port will give the information and the power to both the rear display and the button that we are installing. So the power is on. You see display, it's powering up, so I can piggyback the two OBD adapter together. The hardest part is just manage the cable and all the plugs, so I can put this panel back in. Alright, last but not least, just put the panel back in place. Next, you just have to download the app Test Stars, you can see, or just scan the QR code from the back of the box. Make sure your Bluetooth in the setting, make sure the Bluetooth is on. There you go. As you can see, there are 3 functions here. Dashboard, so that's instrument cluster display. The Test Stars buttons, which is all these 5 buttons. So I'm just gonna do the button. Now it's connecting to that OBD connector that we just installed. Now it's successfully connected. We can just add. Let's see if I put T first. Confirm. Please click the button. You just have to press the button. Here you go. Now we can select the options on the car. Let me figure out how to change these the apps to English real quick. Alright, I cannot figure out how to change Chinese to English, but at least they have these labels in the front. As you can see, I still can kind of understand what are these for. So let's say I put the T for the front glove box to open. Now just select that. Now that's for the glove box. At least they have the label glove box in English, which is better than nothing at all. Now let's do S. Okay, confirm. That'll be S. I just click the button on the S. There you go. Now that is activated. Now I have to select what it does. There are glove box, and then all the doors, all 4 doors actually, and then front, the trunk, and I believe, I don't know what that rapid mean, and this is probably the sport mode, and then flat, locked, unlocked, charging port, the lights, and these apps can also add the knobs, which it's good for the new Model 3 Highland because it doesn't have the gear selector on the steering wheels like the older car has. So you can add the knobs right there. Hopefully I can test it out, but I don't have the new Highland yet. But yeah, you can select the gears too, and then fold the mirrors and preheat the battery. As you can see, front trunk. Alright, so just keep adding on different buttons, and just follow the instruction. At least they have the instruction in English, so you can do it correctly, and it's really responsive. I mean, as soon as I select it, it just activated right away. You can always change it. Race mode, yeah, so that's a change to sport mode. And let me add the rest of the buttons. Here you go, right front door, and the last one is X. So X is the one that label with the thunder and the planet right there. So confirm, select. Right, awesome. Now everything is programmed, and you can change to any functions you want anytime you want. So it also shows the battery percentage, or this battery status on this button right here. Let's test it out. So every time you open the app, it's try to connect to that connector that we did. And let me try with instrument cluster display option. So dashboard, as you can see here, it's connecting. It's connected right there. Very cool. And you can also add the shortcuts on the dashboard, which will be on your phone too. So this one is standard sport mode. Okay, so that is race mode. Maybe that's only for this performance model. Alright, so you put it on horizontal, you have more information. Let's test all of this out, and then first, before we do the testing, let me install this on the steering wheel column first. Okay, now let's install this wireless mounting for your phone. So just clean the surface where you'll be mounting it, and then remove the 3M adhesive cover and just aim to the middle of the steering wheel, and probably somewhere right there. Looks good. And then you just have to run the cable and then plug it in to your center console USB-C plug. As you can see, I just ran the cable down and then tuck it on the inside of the center console, and then go up, and then you can go in here and just plug it in right there. So just plug into one of these and it should power the mount. Let's test it out. So my phone should be powered right now. As you can see, it's actually charging right now. Really cool. Alright, now this part is done. Let's test out all the buttons real quick. As you can see, these are really good size and good shape buttons. Not only it's because it looks like the Cybertruck, because it looks like it would belong anywhere in the car without being awkward shape, and you can just stick anywhere. I think this is a good spot to stick it on, but if you want to hide, you can also hide it behind the display, like maybe somewhere here or in the middle. I would hide this one behind here for the glove box, so both passenger and the driver can access it just right behind it, and then just press the button, the glove box will just open. Let me put them on. Right, so I install all the 5 buttons right here in open, so it's easier. So you can see easier when I test this button, but I can also always remove this button anywhere I like. As you can see here, we have S, and then that's X, T, R, A. So first one, S, I program as standard and sport mode. When I press it, it will not overwrite in the car, but it will change the mode inside the car. It does not overwrite what you see on the display. And the next one, we'll test it out when we go out and drive. And the next one is X, which is this one right here, which what it does is the lights, which is press, and then the lights will come on. I press again, the light will turn off. So this affects the whole lighting in the car. Let me show you. I press again, you see the dome light for the whole car will turn on and off. Really cool. So you don't have, let's say you need the lights on, you don't have to reach back here to turn on the light for the rear passenger if they cannot find it. And the next one is T, which is the glove box. So I just press, you can see here, and then the glove box open right away. But of course you cannot close it with the button, you have to manually close it. And the next one is R, which is the front passenger door right here. So just press, you can see it opens, and it opens all the way out. You basically just pull the door out. Let me show you real quick, make sure it works. So recently I went to Las Vegas and I got an Uber ride in the Model 3, and the same thing that most of Uber driver complain is that a lot of passengers try to get in and get out the car, they don't know how, because most of people don't know how to operate the door handle here. As you can see, I can just pull the door out. It's totally unlatched from the door. So let's say you are an Uber driver, you want to open the door for your passenger, you can program 2 of those buttons to do left and right, or 3 of those buttons to do, all the doors. You can do both, to open for the passenger to leave or open for the passenger to get in. So this way is more useful for a lot of share ride driver for sure. And I told the driver that day, and he's like, where you get these kind of products? I suggested to go check out my video, and he did. But yeah, this is somewhat useful for a lot of people. And the last one is the front that you can see here, the front trunk, which is A right here. So just press that button and the front trunk will open. I have the auto open and close front trunk, so I can press the same button again. It should close the front for me, which is really convenient. Pretty cool. You can do it here too, but yeah, it just you can program to any functions you like in the options in the menu. And only one thing I have to complain is that they don't have English there, but it's easy enough to guess because of the icons option that I have for you. Right, we tested all the buttons and they all works, and they looks really cool. Let me show you real quick the overall look in my Tesla Model 3. Alright, it looks pretty good. It doesn't look like crazy out of place. Maybe 4 buttons will look better. I will hide one of them here, or put one of them on the steering wheels too. Now let's test out the instrument cluster display function for the app. So remember, it's connected to the car. I can just turn to horizontal and I will just change to this, as you can see, and I can add shortcut buttons on the display too. And only thing that I couldn't figure it out is to change from kilometer to miles an hour. Right now it's showing all kilometer and Celsius on the temperature. Let me show you a setting real quick. So you can change to 4 different dashboard styles. The Plaid style, I think it will show when you drive a car, and the Plaid Plus, it's a little crazy, a little gimmicky, and of course the cleaner looking one, as you can see here. I like this one. It will show the car, and you can do a vehicle mode, so you can select to fit your car. This Model 3, Model Y, Model S, Cybertruck, semi-truck, and Santa too. Very nice. And here's the main setting on the display, so you can add these buttons to the main display. And the screen mode, you can do auto, light, or dark. I put it on auto, and you can do something like the charge port. As you can see here, you can use let me show you real quick. You can hold the driver door, no, you can hold the left rear door handle to set number of seconds, and we'll open the charge port. And yeah, you can program more stuff. Leaving car screen off. Pause mode. Pause mode means you can let me see, can adjust the front passenger seat. Here you go. So you can adjust the front passenger seat, this one with the display. Let me try to drive the car out and see if it changes to miles per hour. I try to update the software on the phone but still it doesn't show mile per hour. Alright, let's go test it out and drive out and see if it changes to mile per hour at all. Alright, let's go test it out. So when I put the car in reverse, you can see it shows that updated animation of what you see in the new Highland or the Model S. So I put it to drive, is what you see, but still that kilometers per hour is still there. It doesn't change to miles per hour at all. So it shows the signal lights show all all the information that you need in front. I hope one thing is that it should be able to change to miles an hour per hour rather than kilometers per hour right now. This is really early version of this product, so this is software based, so they can just make changes anytime. Hopefully they do that soon. I'll try to contact them and see if we can do that for the US market per se. Okay, so I noticed something. Even though it said kmh kilometer per hour, but it's synced with the speed of mile per hour in my car. As you can see, 49, 50. It's synced with the mile per hour. It's just showing the wrong labeling instead of mph. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. Everything's accurate. You get all the gear selector here, region on the bottom. As you can see, it's regions when the car is slowing down, and all the warning, and the batteries show kilometers per hour, but all the warning on the top. Let me try to put it on autopilot mode. It doesn't show anything when it's on autopilot mode for some reason. Does it show blind spot? Try to turn on the right signal over here. It doesn't show blind spot either. So no autopilot warning or autopilot status or blind spot. So just basic information from the car with the wrong labeling on the miles and kilometer. It's a little bit extra for the package. Instead of just those 5 buttons, now you get the instrument cluster display too with your phone, and it's charging. If you already have that charging base on your steering wheel column, you can just use it right away. If you don't, you can just select it from the options that they have. But yeah, I'll try to contact them and see if they can update on this software to fit the US market. Here's another UI. You get a bigger speedometer right in the middle, and the rest is pretty much the same, so you don't have that car anymore, just the speedometer. Let me try to change to another UI, plaid mode. Plaid mode is odd. Okay, so just like for fun, you have that plaid animation, and it doesn't look like a real plaid animation. It looks weird. Alright, I think I like this one probably the most out of all the UI that they have. It's just really easy to see the speedometer, how fast you're going, and it's it's bold, it's easy to see, and you got everything else you need. The other one, it's a little harder to see the speedometer versus this one. It's really clean, but yeah, looks pretty good so far. They still got works to do. There's still a lot of improvement on this instrument cluster display on your phone. They should have the blind spot warning, a autopilot warning, also at least the speed limit on here too. You just don't have to go back and see there, since you already have another display in the front. One more thing, the S button that I select, it worked. So when I press, I just turn to sport mode or standard mode, because I have the long range, not the performance. But then I press again, I'll just change to the shield mode. So just press that button. Sorry, it's hard to show. And then now you see it's slowed down. It goes to shield instead of sport. Yeah, I kind of like that changing mode functions. It's really useful when let's say you usually drive on the shield mode and you're on the highway, you want to pass the car real quick, and change to sport instead of go through the menu, go here and go to paddle steering and then change over there. You basically just press one button and you're on sport again now. Woo. Yeah, I love that function a lot. It's really convenient. I hate to have to go through all that menus to change the mode in the car. Here's my final arrangement on the buttons. So I put 3 buttons down here for different things, and then I put 1 button in the back of my display, which is the glove box, and finally the spot button on this side so I don't accidentally press it, and it's easier for me as a driver to reach the spot button over here. As you can see in the video, all the buttons worked really well. It does what it's supposed to do, and you can reprogram it to any functions you want on these 5 buttons. I think the main concern is the app on the iPhone. For now, it only works on the iPhone, not the Android phone so far, and there are a lot of improvements needs to be done on the apps, including all the functions, and the kilometers should be miles for the US market, and also they should have English version at least on all the setting on the apps. But luckily the apps has the icon, so I was able to just guess by the icon for the functions for these buttons. So let me know in the comment down below what you think about these buttons with the instrument cluster display on your phone. And thank you so much guys for watching today's video. I'll make sure to put the links in the description down below and special discount code for you too. And don't forget to click like if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome contents like this. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.